Pulse of Africa. The face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello and welcome. I'm Gamachisa Mandida and this is POA News. Stay with us for insightful coverage on the stories shaping our region and beyond. Let's begin with military coup in Benin. Mohamed Ali Yusuf, African Union Commission Mohamed Ali Yusuf has condemned the 7 December 2025 attempted military coup in Benin, calling it a clear breach of AU principles and democratic norms. He reminded all actors that military involvement in politics violates key AU instruments, including the Constitutive Act and the African Charter on Democracy, Elections and Governance. Yusuf urged those behind the attempt to stop all unlawful actions, respect the Constitution and return to their barracks without delay. He appealed to national stakeholders to uphold unity, dialogue and peace. The AU chairperson expressed deep concern over the growing trend of coups in parts of the region, warning that such actions erode public trust, destabilize states and endanger collective security. He reaffirmed the African Union's zero-tolerance stance on unconstitutional changes of government. He also pledged the African Union's full support to President Patrice Talon, Benin's legitimate authorities and its people, adding that the Union's stand ready to work with regional and international partners to help restore full constitutional order and strengthen democratic institutions. ECOWAS also condemned the coup attempt, pledging support to the government. In a statement, the bloc vowed to support the West African nation to defend its constitution and territorial integrity in all forms necessary, including deployment of a regional standby force. Benin's government said the government had thwarted an attempt coup just hours after a group of soldiers announced on the state television that they had ousted President Patrice Talon. As over 170 countries gather in Nairobi for the 7th UN Environment Assembly, UNEA7, discussions will focus on pressing global environmental issues, from melting glaciers and large-scale seaweed blooms to the expanding influence of artificial intelligence. These critical challenges underscore the urgent need for coordinated international action to protect our planet. Running from 8 to 12 December, UNEA7 comes at what experts call a critical moment, with climate change, biodiversity loss and pollution pushing ecosystems to the brink. Delegates will negotiate 15 draft resolutions, including measures to protect vanishing glaciers, manage minerals more sustainably, curb seaweed blooms, and reduce AI's growing environmental impacts. Though not legal binding, UNEA resolutions often pave the way for major global agreements. The session will also feature high-level debates on sustainability's links to industry, finance and public health, alongside the launch of the Global Environment Outlook and the announcement of the 2025 Champions of the Earth winners. Despite global tensions, UNEP Executive Director Linga Anderson says Nairobi remains the strong beating heart of environmental diplomacy, urging nations to deliver real solutions for the planet's mounting crises. Zimbabwe is intensifying its push to boost global tourism by bidding for major international conferences and expanding digital marketing campaigns, the government announced during the 2026 national budget presentation. Finance Minister Muthili Ncube said the National Convention Bureau will lead efforts to secure high-profile global events while Zimbabwe increases its presence at key tourism expos. The strategy includes enhanced online promotion and the use of AI-driven marketing tools to raise the country's international visibility. Tourism growth is projected at 3.1% in 2026, supported by rising arrivals, stronger branding of destinations like Victoria Falls and Hwange National Park, and policy incentives such as duty suspensions on tourism-related imports. Domestic tourism is also recovering with a 2.9% growth forecast for 2025. The government has allocated US $16.9 million for 2026 to fund marketing expansion, conference bids, and the deployment of tourism attaches to emerging markets including Russia, Brazil, and Nigeria. Officials say partnerships and improved market research will further strengthen Zimbabwe's competitiveness and support long-term sector recovery. Moving to West Africa, Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire have taken a fresh step toward restoring confidence and cooperation, holding high-level talks in Ouagadougou on Saturday, the Burkina Minister of Foreign Affairs announced. The meeting brought together Burkina Faso's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Regional Cooperation, and Burkina Abroad, Karamoko Jean-Marie Traoré, and Côte d'Ivoire's Minister Delegate for African Integration and Ivorians Abroad Adama Dosso. Both sides described the discussions as the constructive and focused on resolving lingering misunderstandings between the two West African neighbors. We are here so that misunderstandings become a thing of the past and so that our relations, once a model of cooperation in West Africa, return to what they used to be, Dosso said, noting that Abidjan views renewed dialogue as essential for regional stability. Traoré echoed this sentiment, stressing that the talks were held in a spirit of fraternity fully aligned with the vision of Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, to strengthen ties with neighboring states. Relations between Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire have faced strain in recent years, influenced by political transitions in Ouagadougou, regional security challenges, and differing diplomatic alignments within West Africa. Moving to business, the governor of the Central Bank of Libya, Naji Issa, announced the launching of 3 new strategic initiatives aimed at supporting financial and economic reform, enhancing financial inclusion, and improving banking performance during his remarks at the Banking Forum held on Sunday. The governor stated that the first initiative involves forming a national advisory team for financial and economic reform composed of a select group of Libyan banking experts. He noted that this team will operate under the direct supervision of the central bank governor and will be responsible for providing technical advice and formulating future financial policies based on scientific principles and national expertise. The governor announced the adoption of the Zero Cash 100 initiative, explaining that it comes as part of efforts to address liquidity challenges and expand financial inclusion by accelerating digital transformation. The initiative aims to guide 100 major companies toward gradually phasing out cash transactions and fully transitioning to electronic payments while providing incentives to ensure the success of this shift. The initiative aligns with the central bank's Financial Inclusion Strategy 2025 to 2029, which seeks to provide secure, easy, and accessible financial services for all by developing digital payment infrastructure. Globacom has announced the completion of a nationwide network upgrade powered by fresh spectrum acquisitions and massive infrastructure expansion. Activated on 4 December 2025, the new spectrum significantly boosts gross broadband capacity, enabling higher speed downloads and uploads, smoother video streaming, and clearer voice and video calls even during peak traffic periods. The company says Nigerians will now enjoy stronger coverage and consistent service wherever they live or travel. The upgrade includes reinforcement of thousands of existing LTE sites, the commissioning of hundreds of new ones and plans for thousands more in the coming year to deepen broadband penetration nationwide. Glo has also strengthened its national fiber backbone and upgraded long-haul links to eliminate network bottlenecks. Alongside the technical overhaul, Glo is maintaining its pocket-friendly pricing model and rolling out hybrid battery systems to cut diesel reliance and improve uptime. The operator says the upgrade network will boost digital learning, e-commerce, business operations and entertainment services such as Glo TV. With expanded spectrum, wider coverage, faster speeds and reduced congestion, Glocom says Nigeria is entering a new phase of advanced, reliable digital connectivity. Finally, sports news. Zambia achieved a historic double victory at the CAF African Schools Football Championship. CASAFA qualified South Africa 2025, winning both the boys and girls titles on Sunday in Stellenbosch. The triumph ends South Africa's three-year dominance in both competitions and sends Zambia to next year's continental finals. In the boys' final, Zambia came from behind to beat South Africa 2-1 with goals from Michael Chalinda and Maxon Misuko, who was also named player of the tournament. Zambia won $100,000 while South Africa took $75,000. Eswatini claimed bronze after a 4-3 penalty shootout win over Malawi. Zambia also lifted the girls' title for the first time, defeating host South Africa 1-0 thanks to Matilat Hamubulo's first-half strike. Malawi secured third place with a 2-1 win over Zimbabwe. Zambia again earned $100,000, with South Africa receiving $75,000. Zambia swept the individual awards, including Golden Boots and Golden Gloves in both categories, while Malawi won both Fair Play awards. The tournament, supported by the Mississippi Foundation with a $10 million investment, continues to promote youth football development across Africa. Let's review the latest forecast and see what weather conditions are anticipated throughout the region. That's all from POA News for the hour. Thank you for joining us and stay tuned for more updates from the continent, Africa.